Good afternoon. Tyler from GPS guy from Case is out today. We finally got her able to unfold. We got the Pro 700 put in. Now we can unfold it and work on it a little better. Pro 700 in. He's got to order a cable to get GPS off the John Deere globe to the Pro 700. We're getting closer. Now we're just waiting for April. Morning. Out here early today trying to get some fungicide, and we're trying a new potash foliar feed. Put it on with when the dew is out. So we tried one tank last night right before dark. It was actually dark when I got emptied out. So we'll have a test of just fungicide and Zelina insecticide, which targets only aphids. And then trying it again this morning with the potash mix, and I'm stripping it every other pass, so we'll have a test here for that. Well, it's a waiting game. 5:35, can't spray anything until 6 o'clock because we're in a bee zone. But we're loaded up. Kobe's gone to get another load, so we can maybe get 2 farms done tonight. And then we'll have to come back tomorrow night at 6 o'clock and finish it. So just sitting here on the road waiting. The field's down there, but it's right on the highway, so I'm going to wait here till about 5:45 and we'll go down and get unfolded. As soon as it turns to 6 o'clock p.m. we're going to let it rip. We're going to wait on the spraying on mine. I'm not quite to R3 yet. Early next week I think we can spray the rest of my beans. And the custom job I got, we are going to wait till 6 o'clock tonight because there's bees. It'll give me more time to try and finish that up. But in the meantime, we're going to go do some custom mowing on some CRP 7120 and batwing. Well, we're going to have to call this the custom work video. Today we are pulling trees on a CRP field. It's 104 acres, got trees scattered all over it. I don't know if you can see them up on the hill there. Taking a bunch of them down here in the low ground already. Got Kobe in the skid loader and I'm pulling with a mini. But it's so thick out here, we lay the trees down, we can't find them, so we're just putting them in piles for now. Pulling them out. This is the trees we've been pulling out. I got them scattered all over the place. I think it's about 6 years. I burned it 2 years ago. It's crazy how fast these trees come. Been at it for 2 hours, probably got 25 acres covered out of 104. Good afternoon. Just wanted to give you an update. I haven't been videoing the last week or so. We had a tragic accident in the family and lost my son-in-law, and my daughter lost her husband in a ATV four-wheeler accident. So we are regrouping from that, but we're just taking small steps forward for now. Just wanted to give you an update on a couple things on the farm. This truck has a new ECM computer in it. Still won't run, so I've got a wrecker coming to pull this down to another mechanic. He's going to try and look at it. Been sitting here since April April 27th is when it died right there, and I've waited and waited to get it worked on, but we've been out 3 times and couldn't get it done, so we're gonna take a different route, get somebody else to look at it. We did get half the beans sprayed. Got half the beans sprayed for aphids and fungicide. And then now we've been getting a little bit of rain. We just got another inch, about an inch, 8/10, and then another 2 last night. So that'll help fill out the corn and the beans especially. I guess the beans more than the corn. But I have Kobe in here. We are finally getting to the planter. We just kind of drove it in here and parked it. But we are, what we're doing is putting all new disc openers on it. They're wore out pretty good. Here's the new ones. They're 15 inches. And there's the old ones. If you measure them, they're under 14.5 inches, so definitely time to replace them. And you're gonna say, well, that wore out pretty fast. Well, it did, but you also got to remember that we aren't doing any field cultivating. We're going right into strips, so these openers are having to do a lot of extra work, loosen up the dirt and everything from the fall before. So putting all new openers on this, cleaning it out, blowing it off, and we're gonna work on that for today and tomorrow probably. And then we have to pull the battery. This has a battery in there in the back here to help run extra voltage for all the, keeps the current steady for the seed drives. So yeah, it is almost the middle of August and we're finally cleaning out the planter, so it tells you how our summer's been going. So these are the speed tube belts that carry the seed down to the trench. And this is Colby's working on this row right now. There's a brand new disc opener on there. Our shoes are still good, we don't need to replace them. The only thing we're doing right now is just disc openers. Should be able to get a couple more years out of stuff before we got to get into the closing and the other stuff. Trying to get it done now, so we put it away, it's ready to go to corn. Well, this is a nice surprise. Little pop-up shower. We'll take anything we can get at this point. Oh, I need a haircut. I got a tough job tonight. Huh? Watching Colt ride his bike. Just learned how to ride trike. Good job, Colt. Since we got the bean planter now, we can put our 32% fertilizer tubes back on this planter, because it's, hopefully this is just going to do corn. We have to take these off for beans because when we get into the corn stalks they want to bind up in here, so we've been taking them off when we're done with corn, going to beans. But we got her all cleaned out, all the new discs are on. You can see the black discs, no, all covered in paint yet. We're trying to have her almost completely ready except for putting the plates in next spring. We got the RV antifreeze in the planter. Ran it through all the fertilizer hoses. We got, like I showed yesterday, got them on, ran antifreeze through them. Kobe's rinsing the planter off. And I'm gonna take the battery out. I had it freeze on me last year. Battery on the planter. They say trickle chargers, but where I store it, and I don't have a outlet down there, so I am going to just pull this battery. Save me about $300 for next year. Got the 24 row all done, winterized, ready to be put away, except for when they were going to come and weld on that framing. So now we're going to start on the 30 rows, rebuild this bean planter I bought. It needs a little TLC, but I guess you buy something used, that's what's going to happen. So we're going to rebuild them. All the openers, closers, shoes, bearings for the wheels. The closures are still good yet. Another year or two out of them, depending on how many acres we run it. So we're going to replace all the ground contacting stuff. So to start this whole process, you take this key out, which I've already bent. Take these washers off that hold it in place. And see if I can do this one-handed, but yeah, take and wiggle this off. Kind of hard to do one-handed. Get that off of there. Then you get to your discs and your dirt scrapers. Take the disc off, and then we can get to the shoe and firming point. So what we're doing on this one here is we're replacing all the bearings in these depth wheels. And that's what that looks like. So you got to take out 11 bolts to get these covers off. Take a screwdriver and pop that out of there. And there's your bearing. There's the old one. We're replacing all of those. So now that we got the new bearing in there, then you got to line up these holes, which can be really fun sometimes because they aren't in line with each other. They're like an offset on the little middle ones. Morning. Ooh, sun's bright today. I'm gonna give you a quick update before we shut this video off, and we'll show you the rest of it next week on the next video. But I'm gonna work on this today. It's the last day before it gets super hot out in the mid 90s. But we got 3 rows done. The first one took us a while. It always takes longer on the first row to get all the tools that we need. This one here took about an hour. Well, my battery went dead, so I had to charge the camera. But as I was saying, I was gonna end this video with saying that we're working on the bean planter, and the next video will show more of this. But I'm gonna try and do a video one whole row what it takes, although I don't know how we're gonna do that because it takes about an hour per row, wouldn't you say, Cole?
Yeah.
We're doing the disc, firming point, shoe, bearings in these wheels, which is taking the longest. 11 bolts on each one, 64 of them on here. So you can do the math how many bolts that is. Then we're replacing this. We're putting a bearing in the top of this closure unit up there. That's new. So, and then we're putting new zip ties, or making sure that they're tight on the seed sensors. So yeah, we're starting on this, and we'll keep you updated in the next video. Stay tuned.